think that I struggled a long time thinking that I cannot be myself.
Mm,
I cannot, you know, kind of just stick to my guns and stick to my beliefs, and hopefully, the right girl will come along and follow. That's something I kind of struggle with, but right now it seems to be working out really, really nicely because I've approached it a different way, and because of your advice, I've approached, like I said, I approached it differently.
yeah.
So I think that's one of the biggest obstacles, I've overcome. And also I feel like I've overcome a lot of insecurities about myself. You know, yeah, it was really, really a dark time for me. But when I met Ruby, by the grace of God, she gave me a lot of great advice. Her system really, really changed my life, really, really for the better. I don't even think I mean, to be honest with you, to be honest with you, I mean, after that, after everything that she's taught me, everything that, all of her advice, I was able to meet a wonderful girl.
Yeah.
And, we are now coming up on a 1 month relationship. We've been dating for a month, a little more than a month, but, this relationship has been everything that I expected and more. She's been really, really great. She's the light of my life, as I would say right now.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
but yeah, I mean, yeah, but no, Ruby's Ruby's been more than excellent for me. What I will say is, the benefits are very, really good. The benefits are good, like I said, if you approach things the right way, and you must. Otherwise, like, listen, you get out what you put in. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, what I will say is, you just have to be committed. You have to be committed. You can't go in this, halfway,
Mm,
50%. It has to be 100. No 75, no 80, no 99, no 1%. It has to be 100. And that, I think you know, that's the best thing that I could say. I think that, Ruby's coaching style is very, very, very key to a lot of relationships. And
Hey guys, and welcome to another video where one of my great clients here is about to share his story. And I'm so excited for this one because this one is, you'll just hear his story. It's amazing where he ends up. So I'll just actually get to it and let him start instead of me trying to explain it. So this is Lucas. Welcome, Lucas. Thank you so much for being here. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for being here. So let's just start. Can you give everyone a little quick summary of who you are, maybe where you started before me, and just a quick jump in where you are now?
Well, before I met Ruby, well, first off, my name is Lucas Chang. I live in New York. Um, Before I met Ruby, I was kind of going through a very, very depressing time. I was, talking to this girl, and things were kind of going south. It wasn't really panning out the way that I wanted to, and it really, really, just made me depressed about myself. I really didn't know what to do. I felt like there was a time where I would never be good enough for any girl. I would never be able to make anybody happy. I was never that kind of guy that people or girls would look at, just to look at and say, yeah, that's the person that I would like to, have a future with, or spend the rest of my life with, or be with in general. I mean,
Yeah.
they were always either just looking at me as just a friend,
Mm,
or just pushing me off to the side as if to say I had no chance to ever be with that person. Or like, it was just all those negative comments and emotions that were kind of just swirling through my mind, and it was really, really affecting my psyche, really,
yeah.
really affecting and questioning, making me question myself as a person and as a man. And you know yeah, it was really, really a dark time for me. But when I met Ruby, by the grace of God, she gave me a lot of great advice. Her system really, really changed my life, really, really for the better. I don't even think I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, after that, after everything that she's taught me, everything that, all of her advice, I was able to meet a wonderful girl.
Yeah.
And, we are now coming up on a 1 month relationship. We've been dating for a month, a little more than a month, but, This relationship has been everything that I expected and more. She's been really, really great. She's the light of my life, as I would say right now.
Yeah,
So,
yes.
but yeah, I mean, yeah, but no, Ruby's Ruby's been more than excellent for me. And for all the guys out there that kind of felt the same way that, or kind of feel the same way along the lines of how I felt, maybe not. Ruby's a great mentor to go to, and I really, really, appreciate everything that she's done. And hey, man, I mean, she's helped a lot of people, and you can see why so many people go to her, and so many people are successful with her, her system, with her advice. And so I really do appreciate it, Ruby, and I really, really, I really am grateful. If I haven't said that enough.
No, thank you so much. And it's so nice to see you like this because obviously the audience doesn't know, but when I first saw you, we did a video chat as well. And you're right, you're in a much darker place. Like now I actually see your teeth because you're smiling. It was so much. Like I saw you today and I was like, oh, so that's what his smile really looks like. So I remember
Mm,
in the call, it was really hard for you. Like you didn't really
yeah.
see much hope. You didn't really see how any of this could be possible. And in that relationship now, like, yeah, you seem extremely happy. She seems to really love you. Oh, I threw out the L word, but I think you guys threw out the L word yourselves. So yeah, I'm so happy to see you here, confident and happy and things like that. So I do want to ask, I mean, what was the biggest obstacle you feel like you really overcame?
Um, just the ability to be myself.
Mm,
Honestly, um, like your advice said, always just be open and honest with, whoever you're going out with, and whoever you're being with. Have open communication, and just try to really connect with that person. I've had
yeah.
problems with that, I think, for a very long time,
Mm,
but thanks to your advice, I was able to connect and open up, have open communication, and have open honesty with, the girl that I'm seeing. So
yeah.
I think that I struggled a long time thinking that I cannot be myself.
Mm,
I cannot, you know, kind of just stick to my guns and stick to my beliefs, and hopefully, the right girl will come along and follow. That's something I kind of struggle with, but right now it seems to be working out really, really nicely because I've approached it a different way, and because of your advice, I've approached, like I said, I approached it differently.
yeah.
So I think that's one of the biggest obstacles, I've overcome. And also I feel like I've overcome a lot of insecurities about myself,
I was gonna say.
because if I'm being completely honest, I talk to my girl about it, a lot. And she's very, very much accepted me for who I am, and very, very much accepted my insecurities, and also and, and not even just accepted, and reassured me as well. And she has insecurities of her own, and I've reassured her as well. So it kind of goes hand in hand.
Right, right. I was gonna say, I think mindset, especially for you, was a big one. And even before you met your girl right now, even while you were dating her, right, things were still coming up for you. Do you remember that? I would say, like, Lucas, no, reel it back. You're like, oh, this is too good to be true, or mindset.
Yeah.
Remember all that? Like, mindset can really get to you. But it seems like, I mean, obviously, it's still things that we're always going to be working on, but that seems like a definitely big one for you. And it seems like all your insecurities are things that she accepts of you, right? Everything that
Hmm.
you were afraid of, you found someone that actually like likes you for that, right?
Hmm.
Awesome.
Exactly.
So give a little summary of how would you describe to someone like my coaching style and my guidance and how that has pushed you to where you are?
Well, your coaching style has really pushed me to the point where I had to step outside my comfort zone. I think that's one of the biggest things. Um, there was a time where Ruby had told me that she wanted me to go out to, malls and bars and restaurants, or just to go out in the city and just talk to just random people. Have no pressure of trying to really, trying to really like make this girl my girlfriend. Just ask
Mm-hmm.
simple questions, whether it's, just to connect, just to make a simple connection, whether it's just talking to them with one sentence, asking them about, at the time asking what would a great Christmas present be, or a great, Thanksgiving, something along Thanksgiving, stuff like that. Very,
Hmm.
very simple, just to just kind of get me used to just having an interaction with somebody. And I think that was one of the biggest things. It really, really made, at first, yes, it made me feel a tad uncomfortable just talking to random strangers, because I mean, who wouldn't it be at first? But because of Ruby's guidance, I mean, I was able to kind of find the inner strength and courage to do that. So I did it, and it boded well for me. I asked a couple people what I think, what they think I should get my mom and dad for Christmas, and they gave me some good answers. But also, you know, I think I talked to multiple people. I think I talked to double digit amount of people
Hmm.
in, I think, in Bloomingdale's, or whether in Macy's in the city, and they gave me some good advice. So whether they were, really, really mature women, or girls my age, or older women, it didn't really matter, because it all in all, it was the same experience. It was the same advice, and I think, yeah, I mean, I would. There's a lot of things that Ruby has, that you've really that really helped me with, all your coaching assignments, all the PDF files, everything. It's really, really been great. But I think that what I just said, the experience with actually going out and talking to people, interacting with them, was one of the biggest things.
Fantastic. Yeah, that was definitely I think the one of the first pushes out of your comfort zone, and that really
Hmm.
helps you build that confidence within yourself. So this is kind of a fun question. How would you describe my coaching style, if you could describe it?
Um, Very hands on, very hands on. I think that your coaching style was very, very effective for me, and I
Thanks.
obviously it's very, very effective for a lot of people, in this world that you've helped. Um, but you do get on a lot of people. I mean, like,
Yeah.
you're always making sure, like, you're doing these assignments, right? You're doing, you're actually going out and you go in to talk to these people, right? Like you have to actually. It's like anything. It's like any other commitment. It's like anything else that you're passionate about. You put in the time, and if you put in the time to talk to, you, and learn more through your coaching methods, then you have to really kind of just put in the effort, and just respect her time and your time, and
Right.
just go out and do the right things. Whether you're
Right.
uncomfortable or not, you have to just try it. You have to take that step forward, whether the results may be something that you like or not. I mean, you have to take that step. You have to take that risk. And I think that's one of the best things about your coaching style.
Oh, thanks. I was gonna say, I feel like especially for you, it's like the accountability I had for you, and I would text you be like, "Hey, what do did you do that? Did you do that yet? Why haven't you?" I think there's a time when you're like, "Oh, I didn't get to." You're like, "Why?" So,
Mhm.
but hey, if it's something that you want, I want it for you too. Um,
Yeah.
so where are you at right now, especially in your relationship, the stage that you're at in a relationship, how far you've gotten there, and people always wonder like if that's possible, what that feels like. So can you tell people, you don't have to go into detail, but a summary of like, from meeting this person, which you met online, just so everyone knows. So even though he went out to the malls, he found her online. Like the feelings and that relationship and where you are now with your emotions with her. Kind of like what you were saying in the beginning about, she's lying my life. Like, how does that really feeling right now? And the steps you guys have taken as a couple.
It's very close. My relationship with, well, first of all, her name is Stephanie. If I could say that. No, we're very, really close, and it's crazy because we've gotten so close within a month's time, and I didn't really anticipate myself, getting so close with her within a month's time, and neither did she. But we got so close, so comfortable with each other, to the point where, you know, I would text her like I think I said before, my insecurities, or
Mm.
what I was feeling, or like stuff like that. Like, I'll give you an example. Yeah, it was actually this past week. I had a rough, really, really, really rough night at work, and then I woke up to a good morning text from her saying, she like, "Good morning. I know you must have had a really, really rough time at work last night, but I know that you've gotten through it. And I just want to let you know that, I think that you're amazing the way that you are, and have a good day. It's just stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, um, we tell each other everything,
Yeah.
whether it's, oh, this person bothered me at work today. Oh, my mom asked questions about you, or oh, like,
Mm-hmm.
why do you, how come you always feel the need to drive me home, and all that stuff. We talk about a lot of personal things and we put our emotions into it. Yeah, I feel really, really comfortable telling her a lot of things about myself because I know that I could be myself around her. There's no, there's no hesitation, really. There's no, I don't want to regret this because
Mm-hmm.
she'll do XYZ, and vice versa as well. But you know we have a really, really strong connection so far right now, and we tell each other all the time, like, oh, I don't, you could, don't worry about anything. I know you're new to this, I'm new to this too, but I want to be with you in the long run. She says so, the same thing. And the communication is good. We talk every single day. I basically know what she's doing every single day, every single week, which is crazy. Because and she knows what I'm doing. Like, I'm pretty much open to telling her anything, and I think that's one of the most important things that is a part of our relationship. And also, we're very honest with each other. I've told her a couple times. I said, I want to be honest with you about my insecurities, and I want you, more importantly, to be honest with me about anything that I might be doing, or what you feel in this relationship, because I've always said that honesty is like very, very key
Yeah.
to who I am and our relationship, and I want you to kind of embody that, and I want you to be open and honest with me. I think that's one of the most important things. And she agreed. And she's like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm always going to be honest with you. You're my boyfriend, and you know you're always there for me. And she was also telling me, like, one of the things that she really, really likes about me is that I'm always there for her. And I'm always, she could be having a really, really rough week, and so could I. But she would see me, and she feels like all the world's problems would just go away. She told me once that, she told me once that, um, when we're supposed to meet, she wished time goes faster. And when we do meet, she wishes that time stops for all the time that we're together. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, no, it's really great. And it was even to the point where like you threw out the L word, both of you, didn't you guys?
yeah.
Got
Hmm.
that strong, yeah, it got that strong of a connection. So it's so nice. It feels so nice, I bet, to feel so safe and secure in a relationship where you
Hmm.
can just completely be yourself. I'm so happy. Okay, moving forward. So usually many people are too scared to get help in this because there's still a stigma. It can feel shameful to get like a dating coach, and obviously everyone can tell you're Asian. So usually, especially if you're Asian, getting help. But there's that stigma to it. What do you say? What do you have to say to people who feel like it may be shameful?
You see, um, I'm actually going to tell a little story about this. One of my friends, I was telling, my dark story to one of my friends, and one of my friends is really, really, really smart. To the point where he told me, "Hey, Lucas, listen. I mean, like, whatever you got to do to make yourself feel happy and to get help, you do that.
Mm,
Happiness is very, you see, happiness is a very, very underrated part of life as we know it.
mhm,
A lot of people go about their days thinking, well, as long as I get these things done, as long as I work hard, as long as I focus on my career, as long as I do the same things over and over again to make myself successful, I will be okay. But does it really make you happy? Sometimes it does. Does it make you happy all the time? Maybe, maybe not. I think that being happy and doing whatever it takes to, make yourself happy is very, very key in life. and for me, and for me, you know, tackling this part of my life and trying to conquer it day by day and trying to find a dating coach as great as Ruby was very, very on my list. To those
mhm,
who to those who think it might be, shameful or an embarrassment or, you know, kind of along those lines, I mean, I can't really speak for everybody else, to be honest with you, but I will say whatever you have to do to get help, whatever you have to do to push yourself and to fix that part of your life, whatever it may be, or to fix any insecurities that you may have about yourself, I think that you should go for it. It bodes well to kind of just take that step forward. There's nothing really, I've told my friends, sorry, I've told my friends, my family, all this, all this before. There's nothing shameful in asking for help. There's nothing shameful in wanting to better yourself. There's no shame. You only have one life to live in this world. You only
Mm,
have one life, and you um, want to make sure every single day that you're living the best life that you can and living the best version of yourself. So
yes.
whatever you got to do to, you know, get help and to better your life and to, turn that darkness into light, I think that you should do it. There's no shame because at the end of the day, you know, it's what you do. It's what you do with your life. It's what you do with your time. And the people that are going to support you are the people that should be in your life. The people that are going to look down and say that it's shameful are people that shouldn't be in your life anyway.
Yes, love that. Preach. I was gonna say like that's like a motivational speech right there, but it's true. It's like at the end of the day, why is it that every other area in our life, like fitness or health, right? Like if you want to get better at it, people go to class, people get a trainer. It's the same thing. You invest in yourself. Um,
Exactly.
which leads to my next question, which I think you kind of already talked about it, but it's about this obviously isn't like a it's a heavy investment, you had to financially invest in it as well. So is that what got you to thinking this is well worth the investment? Like knowing that you were going to make a change, there was something you didn't like, so if you're not completely happy, that you invested into this. Is that what made the investment worth it when you initially decided to do this? Like your
One
own
thousand,
decision process.
1,000%. Because I knew that, you know, the money didn't really even matter.
Mm,
All I wanted really was to better myself. This was an area that I was severely lacking experience in because, just for whatever reason, my life story is a whole nother thing. But um, yeah, I mean, if it's all for the reasons of benefiting yourself and making yourself a better person at the end of the day, you have to do what you have to do.
yeah.
Whether it, I mean, like the money's gonna be what the money's gonna be. But what my I could only speak for myself when I say my mentality was if I'm going to be doing this, then I need to be doing everything 100%, and I need to do everything to the full capacity of what you're telling me, what you're talking to me about, and trying to understand to the full capacity because I don't want to be not only wasting my money and time, and more importantly, I don't want to waste yours.
Mm,
So, with that being said, I mean, I just wanted to make sure that I grasped every single thing. And
yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's an investment in yourself to make yourself a better person. I don't think I know any person, family, friend that wouldn't want to better themselves every single day.
Yeah.
So the investment was good. Yeah, and I really, yeah, like I said, I really do appreciate it.
Definitely. Amazing. So last question here. So most guys that are watching this right now are kind of usually on the edge and like deciding if they should do this. So what's kind of the message? Kind of a two-parter. It's what would you say to them that are things that they need to be in where you are right now? Like how you were saying, like, you didn't want to waste either my time, so you worked hard. Obviously, you did the work too. But what are some components you're saying like if you want to do this, this is what you probably need to be successful and to be where you are. And then what else do you have to say to these guys that are kind of on the edge of maybe working with me?
The first part, I think you just have to go for it. Honestly, you have to be comfortable. Here's why I think you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Mm,
And I think that think your coaching style really speaks to that. And I think that you also need to have that mentality to think that I'm doing this to better myself. Like I said, you this is an investment of your life, and it can ultimately change your life
Mhm.
if you approach it the right way, if you take the necessary steps to do it. It's only going to work if you just take it step by step, do all the right things, do everything on your end,
Mhm.
and make sure that you have you read all the material, you understand everything that your coaching style entails. You have to make sure that you're going out there and actually doing the assignments, and not just doing it just to say that you did it, but
Mhm.
just to do it and take it as a learning experience. Everything that your coaching style entails and all the assignments are all learning experiences, positive ones too. And I think that you also have, for all the guys that are, asking what you should have. I mean, you should honestly, you should just have that want to get better. You have to have that want to be like, I want to be better at, being in a relationship. I want to be better at communicating. I want to be better at connecting and talking and interacting and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You have to have that want and desire to do so.
Yeah.
So I think if you have that, I think that's one of the most important things. And if if I have to say anything, you also have to be punctual. You also have to be punctual. You also have to be punctual. Don't miss any phone calls. Don't miss any emails. Don't
Yeah.
miss any assignments. Read all the PDF files. If you don't get the PDF files, ask Ruby to send it again. Um, yeah.
That's awesome. Love it. Love it.
Also, you need to. I think one more thing that I will say that you need is have just to have respect for the process, respect for Ruby's time, your own time, and everything in between. I think those are the most important things. And I can honestly speak for myself when I say that, you know, um, if you have all those things, you have that desire, you have that respect for the process, I think that whether the results can be good. The results will be good if
Mhm.
you approach things the right way.
Mhm. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right. Thank you so much for being here. And in closing, what's the last closing message you have to say to everybody?
It is possible. It is possible to find that happiness. It is possible to to conquer that kind of barrier or that wall that's kind of stopping you from going from point A to point B.
Mhm.
You have to trust the process, like I said, and just don't be afraid. Just go out there, do what you gotta do, and just don't. Well, I think one thing that I will say, I've said this to a lot of people, just if you're going to do something, don't have any regrets of it at the end.
Mhm.
You gonna go with you go full in 100%, or you fall back 100%. And for me, I went into it 100%. There was no turning back. You can't have any regrets. You can't have those moments where like, should I have done this? No. Once you take this, it's a commitment. So what I will say is, the benefits are very, really good. The benefits are good, like I said, if you approach things the right way, and you must. Otherwise, like, listen, you get out what you put in. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So what I will say is, you just have to be committed. You have to be committed. You can't go in this, halfway,
Mm.
50%. It has to be 100. No 75, no 80, no 99, no 1%. It has to be 100. And that I think you know, that's the best thing that I could say. I think that, Ruby's coaching style is very, very, very key to a lot of relationships. And honestly, there should be a lot more people going to her. I'm actually surprised that like not more guys go to her already. So I think that people should take that next step in changing their lives. And I think that's why I have to say to everybody.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Gosh, you could you could be a motivational speaker or something for that. That was you like captivate. You're like, oh yeah. Now it makes me, even though I'm in a relationship, be like, yeah, I want to do the work. It's like, wait, never mind. I'm already in a relationship. That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing your story. Thank you so much for spending your time in doing this, and you're helping a lot of guys out as well by sharing your story. So I really appreciate you. You've been great. I'm very happy that you're happy. Best of wishes and everything, and that goes well. But thank you so much for being here. And thank you guys so much for watching and listening. And until the next video. But thank you, Lucas.
No problem.